Hello, my name is Hitesh Kumar and I am a student in Occupational Health and Safety Section 102 Centennial College. Today I will deliver my midterm project to our professor Jason Diptee. I'm going to speak about stress and how it impacts the health and well-being of employees. So the entire presentation will cover the topics such as what is workplace stress, what sort of stress exists and how to deal with each type of stress. So first let's talk about the employees' rights. The law that helps protect workers' health and safety at work is known as occupational health and safety legislation. There are three basic rights that workers have. For example, the first one, the ability to decline unsafe labor and know that you will not face retaliation. The second one is the right to be informed about the job dangers and to have basic health and safety information. So the last one is the right to participate in debates about health and safety and on health and safety committees. Now, this is where the discussion begins with the definition of occupational stress. The workplace stress. The workplace stress refers to negative physical and emotional reactions that can occur when an employee's job demands and the amount of control they have over satisfying those needs are in conflict. In general, high demands in the workplace combined with the lack of control over the situation can contribute to the stress. Workplace stress can stem from a variety of sources or be caused by a single occurrence. It can have an effect on both employees and employers. Some stress is seen to be healthy, often referred to as challenging or positive stress. But when stress becomes too much for you to handle, mental and physical problems can develop. So, now is the moment to discuss the major causes of workplace stress. So, there are many causes of workplace stress. For example, long hours, heavy workload, changes within the organization, tight deadlines, changes to duties, job insecurity, lack of autonomy, boring work, insufficient skills for the job, and etc. As you can see on the presentation, there are many more. Here, the pie chart shows that the most common source of stress at work is from the workplace, that is the 46% from the workloads, and followed by the people issues, that is 28%, and finally a lack of job security. So what are the different types of workplace stress and how do they affect you? As you can see in the video, there are the two different kinds of workplace stresses, the physical and the mental. Noise, poor lighting, a lousy office or work arrangement, and ergonomic problems, including suboptimal working postures, are all physical stresses. Psychological stressors are arguably the most predominant stress factors. These include high job demands, inflexible working hours, poor job control, poor work design and structure, bullying, harassments, and job insecurity. As a result of these workplace pressures, for example, they can have a negative impact on our bodies. For example, stress has a well-known effect on cardiovascular disease. Workplace stress has been linked to the development of cardiovascular disease, obesity, high blood pressure, cholesterol, and high blood pressure, as well as an adverse cardiovascular events including heart attack and stroke, according to the research. Work-related stress is also linked to an increased risk of diabetes, according to growing body of research. Immune disorders, musculoskeletal illness such as chronic back pain, and gastrointestinal disorders such as irritable bowel syndrome are some of the other physical health issues associated to occupational stress. Workers' mental health is also harmed by workplace stress, with an increased risk of anxiety, burnout, depression, and drug abuse disorders. Stressed workers are more likely to indulge in unhealthy behaviors such as cigarette smoking, alcohol and drug misuse, and bad eating habits. Workplace stress, as seen in the table, causes a slew of issues including irrational behavior, psychological signs, mental illness, and other identified mechanisms. These issues further cause due to many other reasons. For example, irrational behavior arises because of poor quality meals, smoking, too much coffee, no physical exercise, and the physiological Issues are mainly caused due to changes in appetite patterns, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, weak immune system, and etc. And mental illness mainly causes due to anxiety and depression, and other unknown mechanisms are, for example, obesity, stroke, diabetes, and etc. And these all further issues are linked to each other on different bases. So this table explains everything that we have discussed earlier. So it's time to talk about how to deal with workplace stress and how to manage the workplace stress. So there are a few steps. For example, keep a track of your sources of stress. For example, for a week or two, keep a journal to track which circumstances cause you the greatest stress and how you react to them. Keep track of your thoughts, feelings, and information about the situation, including the persons and events involved, the physical setting, and how you behave. The second one is that develop healthy responses. Instead of attempting to fight stress with fast food or alcohol, do your best to make healthy choices when you feel the tension rise. Exercise is a great stress booster. Yoga can be excellent choice, but any form of physical activity is beneficial. So please take a look at both the images to learn more about stress management. There are the 10 strategies for managing stress in a workplace, and there are the other 7 ways to reduce the workplace stress. So look at the first image, like it shows the 10 strategies. The first one is control your distractions. This second one is disconnect from work. Third is make vacation a work-free zone. Give up multitasking, use office hours, get enough sleep, leave busy for the bees, let go of the past, put thoughtful work, recognize when you're overwhelmed. So you can read all the 10 strategies for managing in the stress in the workplace. So it would create a great effect on you and the other workers. So here are some other ways to manage the stress. So let's take a look. So the first one is the establish boundaries. In today's digital world, it's easy to feel pressure to be available 24 hours a day. Establish some work-life boundaries for yourself. That might mean making a rule not to check email from home in the evening or not answering the phone during dinner. The second is take time to recharge. To avoid the negative effects of chronic stress and burnout, we need time to replenish and return to our pre-stress level of functioning. This recovery process requires switching off from work by having periods of time when you are neither engaging in work-related activities nor thinking about work. So third one is recognize how to unwind. Meditation, deep breathing exercises, and mindfulness, a condition in which you actively examine present feelings and ideas without judging them, are all techniques that might help you relax. Begin by focusing on a simple activity such as breathing, walking, or enjoying a meal for a few minutes each day. So, the fourth one is speak with your boss. Your manager has an incentive to establish a work environment that supports employee well being because employee health has been connected to productivity at work. Begin by having an open discussion with your boss. Seek assistance. Accepting help from trusted friends and family members can help you manage stress more effectively. Your workplace may also have stress management services accessible through an employee assistance program, such as online materials, counseling, and referrals to mental health professionals if necessary. So, it's tough to know about a person's personal stress at work, so let's talk about how to spot a workplace stressor. So there are a few ways that tells us how to identify stress hazard at work. The first one is take some time to check over your workplace documents and look for anything that could indicate that people are under a lot of stress. For example, an employee's sick leave records may reveal whether a job stress is having such an impact that it necessitates time away from the company. The second is actively seek feedback from your team about anything that could be causing high stress levels. So third one is recognize the elements that may contribute to mental health difficulties in your workplace. In today's workplace, Those who will believe that they are unable to establish a healthy work-life balance will not be satisfied in either employment or their personal lives. Only 43% of employees believe their employers are concerned about their work-life balance. So the fourth one is spend some time in your team's workspace, keeping an eye on things like noise and temperature. You may learn a lot about your team by seeing them in their natural habitat. As a result, I believe that every company or industry should have a workplace wellness program to encourage and motivate employees. So let us discuss about the benefits of workplace wellness program. The first benefit is strong company culture. Employees have a major role in company's culture. Healthier employees operating under manageable levels of stress will be happier and more positive, helping to maintain a strong and healthy workplace culture that's conducive to creativity and productivity. Second, the less sick days. Stress is one of the leading causes of absenteeism in the workplace. Not only will less stress in the workplace result in less mental health days, but it will also reduce the amount of sick days taken by employees due to a weakened immune system as a result of excessive stress. And the third one is employee retention and talent acquisition. Employees who aren't overly stressed are much more likely to stick around, and prospective employees are much more likely to work for an employer that promotes a low stress work environment and takes the initiative to help keep their employees healthy. And the last is it shows you care. Actively working to reduce stress through measures like stress management programs and policy shows that you care about your employees and their health and happiness. Finally, I would like to point out that stress has no bounds. Individuals, including workers, face challenges on a daily basis. As a result, workers should take time to understand themselves and their needs. Here's a quote I want to tell all the workers to remember that give your tension wings and let it fly away. Thank you.